Hello students of standard 9. In geography you are learning about weathering, the formation of soil. Today you are going to learn chapter 9, weathering, the formation of soil, part 5. Through the previous videos you have already studied the different types of weathering: physical weathering, chemical weathering and biological weathering. Today you are going to learn about soil formation. Through different types of weathering, soil is formed. First of all, weathering takes place. Large rocks disintegrated and change into small pieces. Smaller pieces again change into smaller than smaller and smaller and change into tiny particles of soil. So, if you see the formation of soil according to the location and formation, they are divided into two categories. First, residual or in situ soil. Second, transported soil. What is residual or in situ soil? The soil which is formed at the same place where parent rocks are found. They are not transported. So they are known as residual soil or in situ soil. They are found in India in Deccan Plateau, parts of Maharashtra and Karnataka. Here, millions of years ago, volcanic eruption had taken place, and because of that lava flow rock which was weathered, and it have been made and changed into black soil. It is also known as black lava soil. So this is an example of residual soil. Second is transported soil. The word transport is indicating that the weathered particles are transported from higher areas to the lower areas, mountainous regions to the low-lying areas, by the agents of gradation like river water, running water, in the desert region by wind, and in the ice-capped region by glacier. So, running water transport weather particles from the higher areas to the low-lying areas and deposit them. And this type of soil is known as transported soil. In India, river Ganga and its main tributaries descending from great Himalayas are carrying lot of alluviums and silt and smooth particles, and that is brought and deposited on these large low-lying areas, and this Ganga plain have been formed due to the transported soil. Now see the factors which are responsible for the soil formation. Soil is not formed everywhere equally. Some of the factors affect them, and they are found not in the same character, not in the same quality, or not in the same mineral content. Here the factors on which the soil formation is responsible to form, that is parent rock. Which type of parent rock is found, that type of soil is formed. For example, if the parent rock, you can see here in the soil profile, if the parent rock having high content of iron, there will be soil which will be formed that will be reddish in color because of high content of iron. Second factor is relief condition. The mountainous regions where there is steep slope, rivers flow fast and carries lot of particles and weather particles, and which type of weather particles are brought and transported and deposited, they form the layers of weathered particles. So it depends on relief condition. Third is the climate. In climate, the temperature, moisture, or rainfall. These are the main factors. Where there is very cold region, frost action takes place and weathering takes place and soil formation also takes place. Where there is very heavy rainfall, in those areas water is the main factor to weather the rocks. So, due to the effect of climate, large rocks can be changed into tiny particles and that forms soil. Next is the organic matter. When there is decomposition of plants and animals, there is organic matter found in the soil. So it depends in the areas where there is large decomposition of plants and animals. Now you learn about idealized soil profile. What do you mean by soil profile? A vertical cross section of the soil which is found in 4 important layers known as soil profile. These are the 4 important layers forming soil profile. They are topsoil, subsoil, weathered rock, and the lowest part is the parent rock. Topsoil, the topmost soil which is made of different weathered particles. Tiny particles are deposited on the surface of the earth, or some places in thin layer of the very smooth soil or silt, and there is organic matter which is known as humus. The topsoil is rich in humus because humus is found, that is derived from the decomposition of organic matter. And the topsoil is very good and fertile, supports all the human activity like cultivation, and it supports plant life and animal life. Next is the subsoil. Subsoil just lies below the topsoil. This is unweathered particle, and which particles are weathered? They are coarse rock material like gravel and sandy particles are found in subsoil. Third is the weathered rock. From the parent rock which is weathered and found in larger rocky materials, and this is the partly weathered layer lying just below the subsoil and just above the parent rock. The fourth lowest layer is known as the parent rock. This is unweathered rock and this is known as parent rock, and it contains mineral, and this is the base of all 3 overlying layers. So, parent rocks contain minerals. Which type of mineral contents are found there? That type of soil is formed. So, I have already given some examples. As parent rock, in Deccan Plateau lava flow rock was the parent rock, and that is why black lava soil has been formed, and it is dark in color because of high content of iron. In northern plain, alluvial soil is found, that is transported soil, made of due to the transportation of alluviums from one area to other area. And in the eastern part of India, you can see a large area of red soil. Why is there red soil found in this area? Because there is high content of iron in the soil, and therefore it is reddish in color. So that depends on the parent rocks. So do remember the soil profile and the soil formation what you have studied today. Thank you.